Can you hear me now? All right, we'll go ahead and start. I don't want to waste y'all's time. So one thing I'm going to show you real quick, I'm going to do a quick screen share so you guys can see what I made you guys a review sheet. So hopefully there it goes. There it goes. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So your exam is 50 questions. True, false, multiple choice, and matching. You have 90 minutes to take it. You have a while to take it. You can go back to a question. So people always ask me this. You can go back. It doesn't lock in that question. Does that make sense? So you can go back to it, but don't close the exam. Try to go back to it. You can't close it. Okay. You need the lockdown browser, which is the same thing you needed for your first syllabus quiz, your plagiarism quizzes. You don't need the monitor. Open Notes, Open Book, yes. It is not Open Friend or Open Internet. Okay. Yeah, I know we don't have the monitor now, but I'm going to trust y'all and know that I'm looking to see, people turning in the exams at the same time, exact same time and stuff like that. So the only question I've gotten, but I got it from like 4 people, was on biased and unbiased sampling. Okay. So let's see if we can explain this. So when you are sampling, what you need to do is you need to think about what is the population you're trying to get to. Okay. So if your population, let's make an example, your population is MEW students, okay, and you want to have an unbiased sample. That means that you have to survey and sample people from online classes, every major, males, females, every race, everything, right? Everyone has to be included. So you're going to take it from just the student. The registrar's office, they can give you a list of students. They would say, these are all the students that are enrolled at the W. This is who they are. So what you would do is sample it from that. Unbiased would be from that. Bias would be if I said, I'm doing a study of all MEW students, but I only survey people who are taking my classes this semester. That would be biased. Okay, so what you always have to look at, and I think the questions I made for the exam are a little bit, I think they're easier, and I think they're more clear than some of the ones in the book. So your biased is the way you got to think about it is anyone excluded by the way I'm sampling this? Okay, so I know the first one on your homework was about doing random dialing, right? And people were like, but I don't understand why that is biased. Because the study didn't say that you're looking at people who have phones. So if that sample had said that they're looking, if the question had said that they're only looking at people who have phones and they're doing random digital dialing, then that would be unbiased. But because it doesn't say that, the question is to, researchers state to help resolve the questions posted above, a telephone survey of 1,000 California residents was conducted. If it had said a telephone survey of 1,000 California residents who have an active phone line, it would have been unbiased. Okay. So another example that we talk about is when you're looking at doing internet surveys. That's another one. People say, oh, but it's unbiased because you send it out to all these people. Well, it's biased unless you say you're looking at people who have internet or access to internet. If you said, okay, we want to look at public health majors, then it would be fine for us to only survey our students versus if we just said MUW students. We say MUW students, then it's got to be a random sample from all the W students. Online, part-time, full-time, grad students, everybody. Does that make sense to those of you who are on here?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes.
So what you need to do is just slow down when you're taking it and think, okay, Is this including everybody that it possibly can include based on who they say they're looking at? What I can do, would it help, since I know y'all didn't do all the questions from exercise 34 in the black book, would it help if I gave you the answers to the remaining questions and y'all could practice those?
Yes, I think so.
I will do that. I will send y'all today, I'll post it, the other questions, the answers to the other questions, so y'all can look them over. Again, I think the ones I've made are a lot easier than the ones in the book. I tried anyways to make them easier. And I will tell you that there are not that many of those questions. It's not going to make or break you. Okay, if you get all those questions wrong, you're still probably going to get the same letter grade regardless. But look at it. I want you to understand it. It's just not going to kill you because I know it's something people are struggling with.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to screen share real quick and let you see. Are there any topics on this list right now that you have a specific question about? A lot of these, I just want you to know what they mean. Down here on the levels of measurement, be sure you can identify. If I say someone's grade in school, know which one that is. If I say weight, know which one that is. Temperature, know that. Where someone lives, what is that? Know the difference, between the descriptive and inferential statistics and correlation statistics. One thing to note is there are no math problems. Okay, you don't need a calculator. You don't need anything like that. You're not actually doing any math on this test at all. Okay. Anything on here that kind of makes you really nervous? Dependent, independent variables, make sure you do know the difference. There will be a few scenarios, kind of like out of your textbook, how there were some scenarios where you had to identify which one was independent, which one was dependent. There are a few like that. Anything y'all have a question on with that? I'm sure those of you who are on here have definitely watched all the lectures. No question. I know you have. You've watched them all multiple times. Did you say something?
The only question I had before was like the bias one, but you kind of answered that one. So
okay. If there's something that you're like, I don't really remember exactly what it was, I'll tell you, I had my notes from the lectures when I made your test. Some of those examples are pretty much the same. Let's see who actually watched the lectures. They're not long, are they?
No, not at all. No.
Why not? Because I don't want to talk to myself for 30, 45 minutes, and I don't want to.
No, they're pretty helpful. Like, once I watch the videos, I'm like, okay, well, it's pretty much the book right here.
But, I mean, if you have read the white book, so I want to clarify this real quick, just for everybody who's going to watch this. This is the white book.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? White book.
Right.
If you have read the white book, which really you guys not even read that far. I mean,
right.
It's not a lot of reading.
Exactly.
If you've read it and you've watched the lectures, and then make sure you go back on Canvas if you missed any questions. I gave you the right answer.
Right.
Make sure you look at it. If you don't know why that's the right answer, email me. Okay? Ask me. Say, all right, I see the answer. You said this was the answer. Why is that the right answer? Just ask. Okay? There are no surprises on this test. None. If you have read, you've done your work, you've reviewed what you've missed, you'll be fine. The biased, unbiased, the biggest thing on those, I think, is just slowing down and really thinking, okay, is there any way that we're leaving out a specific group of people by doing it this way? That's the way I would think about it. And just ask yourself that.
Okay.
Is anyone that's in the population of interest being left out when we sampled this way? And if you say yes, then kind of think in your head, yes, it would be, and think about who it would be. Because if you can think about who it would be, then you're probably right. So if I said that I wanted to do a study on people aiming to lose weight, and my sample were people who are members of the Fitness Factor gym in Columbus. Is that biased or unbiased?
It's
Bias.
Good. Because now I've just narrowed it down to this population at the gym. But we know all these other people probably want to lose weight, but they're not even at the gym.
right.
Okay. Does that make sense how you think through that?
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to do another example?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to do a study on drinking behaviors of college students
Mm-hmm.
at an SEC school on game day. Okay. And my sample is students in the Greek system at Mississippi State. Is that biased or unbiased?
They'll be biased, right?
Yep.
Because you just use the Mississippi State.
And I'm only using the Greek students at Mississippi State.
Okay.
See? Good. So to make it correct, to say that that would have been right, I would have said to look at the drinking behaviors of individuals in a Greek system at Mississippi State.
Right.
Then that would have been perfect, right? Don't let it throw you that if it says a random sample. Remember, random samples where we want to go, but don't think that just because something says a random sample, that it always is unbiased. Okay. If it doesn't say it's a random sample, if it says it's a snowball sample, or it lists anything that's not random or stratified, you could automatically say it's biased.
Okay.
But just because it says that it's random, don't make the assumption that it's 100% unbiased. Don't. I think some people see, it's random sample, and they stop reading and just say it's automatically unbiased. Don't fall into that. Okay. Does that kind of help even more maybe on the biased and unbiased? It's kind of things to think about. Don't get tripped up on like little words like that. And again, I tried really hard not to make the exam a trick. I don't like trick exams. I didn't like taking them. I felt like professors were out to get me. I don't think that's okay. I'm out to get to make sure you studied, but not to trick you on little tiny words. I think y'all will do great. Are we good? Anything else? That was the only question. I had like 4 or 5 people email me about biased and unbiased.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If anybody thinks of any other questions, let me know. Everybody remember that your exam is due not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. And no late exams, please. So don't wait till Sunday night at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and then it'll be storming and all the power go out, and you're out of luck. So just take it, I tell you, take it on Saturday. Or if you like football and stuff in the fall, don't take it on Saturday, take it on Friday. You have a whole week, but don't put it off and then get yourself in trouble. Okay? So if anyone thinks of questions this week, you know where to find me, and let me know. All right?
All
Good luck.
right.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.